Thank you very much. Thank you, Jerry. And thanks to RIU and Vertical Events for the opportunity to speak here today. The usual disclaimers. So, lots of people have probably been asking themselves, what is Brightstar? Who is Brightstar? I've heard it a few times in the last couple of days. Brightstar is an emerging growth story with a key point of difference to other WA gold explorers and near-term developers. As you can see, we have a 445,000 ounce mineral resource total over 3 projects that are all within 70 kilometres of our Brightstar processing plant that is in the Brightstar area just adjacent to Laverton. We also, that processing plant, number 2, very, very critical to the rest of our development strategy. It's on care and maintenance at the moment, but we will be bringing that ahead as soon as possible. We also have a 60-person camp on the ground and ready to get up and going with production. The actual plant itself, we put out a announcement this morning that it's going to be very low cost to get up and running. It's about 3.9, I think, to get it up and running to the current 485 kTPA that it can do, but we have all of the materials, etc., on site to increase that to 650 kTPA with $5.5 million. I mean that we have the spare bore mill, we have the leach tanks, we have more than enough power to run it at that rate. So it's a really, really cheap and easy startup for that. The issue, number 4, plenty of room to grow. At this stage, we think we provide a substantial value offering compared to our peers. At the moment, we're running at about a $30 per ounce gold in resource compared to our peers at 88. But not too many of those peers have mills available. So at the moment, our share price is running around about 3.5 cents. We've got 440 million shares out there, our market cap of 15 mil, and an enterprise value of 13. So we are brand new. We've only been around since December. Myself, I've only been on board since February. And this is a great opportunity to get into a very, very early play. As you can see, we've got an experienced board with Bill Hobber, who's got lots and lots of mill experience, Josh Hunt, and myself with over 20 years of exploration in WA. All right, what else? So our history, as you can see. So I said we existed as Brightstar since December. Prior to that, a lot of this was around Stone Resources. So we've made some changes. We've done a whole bunch of work and deals around 2020 to reinvigorate the company and bring us into a position where we can become a longer term and much more robust producer. We have a world-class geological address. Luckily, our friends at Magnetic Resources and that told you all about how wonderful Laverton district was yesterday, and I can't disagree. We hold approximately 200 square kilometres of very prospective ground in Laverton. And, this is the land of giants. You have the opportunity to find something like a Sunrise Dam, a Wallaby or a Granny Smith, that's just amazing. Those are truly world-class deposits. So we have 3 deposits at the moment with Mineral Resources across those 3, and I'll talk to the specifics of those in a little while, but we've also got quite a nice, don't know if I can shoot it from here, but quite a nice little holding here as well in Hawk's Nest, which certainly from what I've seen yesterday's presentation with the magnetic resources, looks very exciting. I mean, there is very little work on that at this point in time. We've not discovered too much at all as far as work on that little patch there, but I have high hopes for when we get some rig time onto it. Yes, so this is our key difference. This is our mill, and as you can see, you've got. No, that's the wrong button. As you can see, there is a laser here. There are 2 mills, 2 ball mills here, and there's already a third one that looks pretty much exactly the same as the orange one here, on site, ready to be put into place if we need to increase our tonnages. We also have a bunch of generators all ready to go, and enough there to run the 3rd ball mill if needed as well. At this stage, as it is in its current format, 485 kTPA on material that is essentially oxide, so the stuff that we would pull out of the pits there. But we have the ability to increase that, and we can certainly take hard rock into this system as well. And as I said earlier, Como engineers have estimated it's going to be about $5.5 million to get it up to scratch and expanded. So pretty excited about that. It does mean, however, that I need to find some more dirt to go into it. So this one here, so this is the room to grow discussion that we had earlier. Like everybody in this room, we believe we're undervalued compared to our peers. As we can see up here, even though we have a mill and we have these JORC compliant resources, compared to everybody else here, we're well down the value line. So we don't believe that that's necessarily reflective of the value of this organisation by any means. So, Cork Tree Well deposit. So this is one of our current JORC compliant resources, and as you can see, it's quite extensive. It's got at least a 3 kilometre strike extent, and as you can also see, it's also very shallowly drilled. Most of the ore bodies in the Yilgarn tend to be longest in their Z-axis rather than their X. So I'm very excited by this stuff, because as you can also see up here, when you look at the tiny little pit that they dug out on the Supergene previously, there's also these deeper holes that have been drilled later on but never followed up. They are the deepest holes on the section, and everything's open to the depths. 24 at 4.2 from 120 metres, and that's downhole, so it's probably only about 100 metres vertical. There is a huge opportunity still here. I mean, that's obviously a very good section, but most of these red areas that you see along here, they're all open to depth. So we have plenty of opportunity for growth there. Same story, Alpha deposit. Not so far away, but different orientation, and these are particularly difficult to look at. This is actually a 3-dimensional picture that you're looking through the ground into those colourful blobs. But again, we've got about 1.2 kilometres worth of strike extent, and this stuff is between 150 and 180 metres deep. But they also have these classic deepest hole in the on the section is still live, still has lots of gold in it. So, I mean, admittedly, 2 at 4.3 at that depth, it might be a bit of a struggle, but we've certainly got, 6 at 5 here and 8 at 3 up here. So there's still plenty of gold sitting underneath any of these pits, and in most cases, like this has had no mining on that at all, and the grade pretty much comes right up to within 20 metres of the surface. This has been mined, but there's still plenty of material just under the pits. And this one, the Beta deposit, or the Brightstar lease, or the Mikado pit, or the Aztec. It's had many names over the years, but again, we've got that same sort of situation where you've got all of these things down here that are not closed off. And again, this one, BBC 47, 7 metres at 6.4, and then another 2 metres at 69. I mean, yeah, we're talking about some open at depth opportunities that they're just a walk up start as far as we're concerned. So that's certainly one of the things that we need to do moving forward. Oh, and yes, of course. So everything that's in purple is our friends from Manager Resources, and as you saw with their very exciting talk yesterday, they're keen to do a lot of work on this Hawk's Nest area, and yeah, we've got a strategic position there that we're pretty keen to have a look at as well to understand what the value is for us. I mean, this area in particular is very well known for dry blowings and prospecting and all that, so we certainly know there's got to be some gold out there. What's next? Well, at the moment, we might be brand new, but we're standing on the shoulders of our predecessors. We've got historical databases, we've got heaps of plans and sections in hard copy that we can use for validation. We've got geochemical, geophysical surveys that I'm trying to put all together into a useful format that we can make sure that we can utilise it as best we can for going hard at some exploration the rest of this year. So yes, we're looking at resource definition drill planning at Corktree Well at Alpha. Certainly you want to do some work on those to aggressively grow those resources, and then get into some of that regional targeting, look at the other opportunities in the area, including our friend with the stuff at Hawk's Nest. So, this game that we're in, this mining game, we all seem to try to make it pretty hard, but really it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. We've got 1 world-class geological address at Laverton, 2 installed ball mills ready to go with that 485 KTPA processing capability, and 3 JORC compliant resources for 445,000 gold. So we think it's a great exposure. Lots of exploration potential, and has a clear pathway to be the next WA gold development. So thank you very much.